Hi, this is Farhan and welcome back to another video. For 2.5 years, Ripple has been fighting the SEC in court. And honestly, this is pretty much the most important lawsuit in the history of crypto and something that could impact the entire world of crypto for years to come. And this is why so many eyes lie on what is happening between Ripple and the SEC. And for about 2 years, Ripple has been trying to get SEC to reveal these documents, which are sometimes called the Hinman documents or the Hinman emails. These are very important documents containing documents and emails which talk about Ether and pretty much the entire world of crypto, especially talking about whether they are securities or not. And this infamous speech which was given by William Hinman back in 2018. Well, the draft of those speech, it was passed around to a lot of very high officials within the SEC, and that is what Ripple has been trying to bring to the light for public. And the reason is because it is going to highlight the craziness, the hypocrisy within the SEC on trying to go after Ripple. Because remember guys, in that speech, William Hinman called Ether a non-security if it's sufficiently decentralized. And we finally, today is the day, we finally have those William Hinman documents out for the public to see. And in today's video, we will be going through those absolutely crazy details, which I am sure you guys want to know. But before going on to those important William Hinman documents, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been asking me, where have I been for the past many months? Well, I have been working. I was currently doing my grad studies and I officially completed it, so very happy on that. And I had been working on something. Well, if you guys are interested in the world of AI and machine learning, and if you want to learn that and you don't know anything about it, well, this is where me and my wife, we build a service called schoolofmachinelearning.com, where you guys can learn and know more about the world of AI and ML. The details for that will be in the description box below, so go ahead and check it out. The documents are 85 pages, and if you guys are interested, I will also be linking them in the description box below, but you don't have to go through them because I have read it. And also, thankfully, the Ripple's legal team actually made a video about it as well, because they are so important. And there is just one part which I really want to highlight that is kind of the crux of this entire document. So let's take a look.
On June 4th, Hinman wrote that he didn't see a, quote, need to regulate Ether as a security, and set up a call with Ethereum's co-founder Vitalik Buterin later that week to, quote, confirm our understanding. On June 11th, the SEC's own general counsel advised against including any direct statement about Ether in the speech because it would be difficult for the SEC to, quote, take a different position on Ether in the future. The next day, Trading and Markets wrote that the statements about Ether were, quote, likely to create more confusion. Hinman ignored all of them and decided to make headlines, picking winners and losers instead.
Moreover, putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network, its decentralized structure, we believe current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions.
So as you can see, that William Hinman, who is the former finance director of the SEC, he was basically saying that Ether is not a security, and this speech was kind of a guidance to the entire world of crypto, because that is what everybody took. And this is what Ripple's legal team is trying to highlight. They're saying that how can we have known that what we were doing was illegal when the SEC themselves, they weren't even sure about it. Even their own team was saying that, hey, this might not actually be correct in the future. We can't go after Ethereum in the future. But William Hinman, who is pretty much one of the high-ranking positions at the SEC, he was coming out and saying these statements. Not only that, only just a couple of months after that, the director, the SEC chairperson, he came out and said that, hey guys, if you want more clarity on cryptocurrencies, just go and check out the William Hinman speech. So this is what Ripple was really trying to show for the past 2 years. And as you guys can imagine, this is so important because this is one of those smoking guns which Ripple has in their arsenal against the SEC. So what is going to happen next? Well, as Ripple's legal chief Stewart, he points out, well, they first of all need to remove the speech from the SEC's website, because even right now the speech is there. And he says that An investigation must be conducted to understand what or who influenced Hinman, why conflicts or at the very least appearances of conflicts were ignored, and why the SSC touted the speech knowing that it would create greater confusion. And finally, Hinman's speech should never again be invoked in any serious discussion about whether a token is or is not a security. Unelected bureaucrats must faithfully apply the law within the constraints of their jurisdiction. They can't, as Hinman tried, create new law. And this is very important point, the last point, saying create a new law, because this is what SSC is trying to do. They want to go after anybody they please and basically creating their own laws here, which, as you guys know, that cannot legally happen. But the SSC is really trying to do, they really are overreaching their power. But obviously, as you guys already know, it has been more than 2.5 years. Ripple and the SSC have been going at each other. We are now only waiting for the judge to give a final verdict. The back and forth between Ripple, these documents, which are basically these motions which were being passed against each other, well, they finally ended in December of last year, and we were expecting the judge to give a verdict around April. And as you guys already know, it is June and we still do not have a final verdict. But we currently are waiting for it, and honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting the verdict to come out much earlier, but people are saying that it can happen anytime. So make sure you're subscribed for that, because as soon as it is out, I'll definitely be informing you guys.